Today, I will be showing you how to take multiple soap bottles that you created already with the graphics sleeve on top, putting it in a tray that you created in Arduous CAD, and then finally shrink wrapping that together as well. So, basically, I already have my bottle with the graphics sleeve open in Studio Toolkit. It'll show up as a solid color, as you can see. For some reason, Studio Toolkit does not show it with the graphics itself, so you'll just see it grayscale like this. Basically, after you select it, you want to go up to Repeat, go to 2 and 3. Z basically is how far in it is, how many rows before it there are, and how many rows behind it. And X is how many items next to it. So basically, this is what I get. You then want to set a gap to 2. 1 is the minimum, but 2 was preferred because in real life, when you put the materials together, you'll find out you have less space than you really do. So basically, I repeat it. Then what you want to do is, after you create the graphics for the bottle, you want to go into Studio Designer under Window, ESCO, Show Studio. Mine's already shown. But then, after you have it the way you like it, you want to make sure all this stuff is there. You want to go up to this drop-down menu, go to Export. You want to save it, export it as a Collada archive. I'm going to name mine Bottle because I already created it once in this tutorial. Then what you want to do is you want to save it in a file that folder you can find later on. Then what you want to do is you want to bring that in. This is already open. This is basically the file. Then what you want to do after you're done creating a tray in ESCO, you already used CAD. You then want to export that like you did with the bottle as a 3D Collada. Then what you want to do is, after you open the bottles, you can also do this for if you open the tray before this, but it doesn't really much matter. After you're done creating the graphics for the tray, you then want to export the same way you would do it, like that. It'll show this. You export it, save as. Then you want to go into Studio Toolkit. You want to press Import Into. You want to go down to Tray. 1 second here. Yes, here it is. You want to import this, and then what you basically want to do is you want to select the box, the tray, and you want to press Move. You want to press this setting right here. You want to move it this way so that it's positioned, the bottles are positioned inside of the tray itself. It doesn't matter if it clips because this is just it doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect anything later on. Well, it does, but you want to make sure it's positioned as accurate as possible. Basically then, after you're done doing this, you then want to go up to Add Sleeve. Oh, sorry. Cancel that. Go up to Edit, Select All, or Command A. You want to go to Add Sleeve. It's important to select all of them because otherwise it'll wrap, like you saw just a second ago, it'll just wrap whatever is selected. Then you want to go up to Sleeve. I did this one because it's more accurate to how it'll actually wrap in real life. Press OK. It'll wrap it. Then what you want to do is you want to set the speed up to about second to the last. That way you're not waiting forever. You then want to leave all the rest of the settings the same. Press Shrink. Then it'll start shrinking It'll start shrinking your model. You want to get to the point where it looks like if it was in real life that none of the bottles would get loose. I usually go up to about like 5 or 7.5 seconds in. Yeah, that looks good. Press done. Now you have your shrink sleeve wrapped around the bottles and the tray. Then basically what you want to do next is you want to go up to File, Save As. I would prefer doing Save As. I'm not exactly sure why, but you probably just go do it Save As. Then you want to do, I called mine, I'll call this at this time tray sleeve. Then you want to go to the file that you can find it easily in. I put mine there. Press save. For some reason it's not working, but basically when it does work, it'll save it. And then what you want to do next is go back to Adobe Illustrator CC. You want to then navigate, open, go to, I have mine already done. You want to open wherever that is. Here's the tray sleeve right now. Open it. You want this one, not this one. This is it refers to the sleeve around the soap bottle itself. This is the sleeve for the tray itself. With the soap bottles included, press this one right here. Press OK. Leave as, don't change anything. Then it'll open up a nice blank thing. See, as you can see, this is the correct one. It shows a blank because there's nothing on it yet. You then want to press Command 0 because you'll see the actual size of it. Mine is already done, so this is basically it. You then want to go up to Window. Go up to Window, ESCO, Studio Designer, Show Studio. It'll wrap it, show you that it wraps. It doesn't really matter, as you can see, the 3D model for the tray was formed not to the best. It has a lot of clipping, but that doesn't really much matter at this point. You then, as you can see, it'll import all the information from when you did it in Studio Toolkit. This is basically, this right here, this tray corresponds to this file after you had exported it as a collada, and it also refers to this one after you exported this as a collada as well. So basically then what you get is it'll bring in all this information with it after you bring it in with, when you had saved it as collada, as ZAE in Studio Toolkit, after combining the components, it automatically saved all the data that was previously there. I'm not exactly sure it's complete details, it doesn't really much matter. The point is that it works this way. Then you want to go up to, after you're done doing the graphics, you then want to go up to Export, and then you want to save as a collada again. It's already saved as, but I'll save it again for you guys. I called mine, I'm going to call it this time tray sleeve graphics complete. For you guys, you probably want to save it as your first 2 initials, then whatever it actually is. If you can't abbreviate much, it doesn't matter. The point, you just need to make sure you can recognize it. Tray with tray sleeve with graphics. Then you want to save as. It's, or as you can see, it says ZAE. You want to press save. After you have that done, it already saves it. It doesn't show it right now, but it doesn't ultimately matter. What you then next want to do is you want to go to show that it actually works. Go to Studio Visualizer. I should already have this open beforehand, but I'm opening it now. Just close out that. Doesn't really much matter about that stuff. Go to File, Open. You want to go to Advanced Structural, go to Soap Bottles, and yeah, here we go. You want to open it up. It'll prompt this. It doesn't matter at this point because you're not actually going to customize anything. You then want to go to None, View Only, press OK. It'll prepare the model, and there you have it. You have your bottles with the tray sleeve. Then to show that it actually works, make sure it's in set to view mode to simulate a floating object. That way you can manipulate it. Basically, then you want to go to no backdrop, and then it'll show you your image. It'll show you your finished product as if it was in certain lighting conditions. We already covered this in different classes. But basically, you have your finished bottles with the tray, with the graphic, with the sleeve, with graphics, all together as one. There you go. And then you can edit all this stuff. You can make a video out of it. It doesn't really much matter. I hopefully you remember how to do that stuff. So yep, that's about it. Thanks, and have a nice day.